All right, folks, good Monday morning. Let's go ahead and get airborne with our man. There goes the S&P 500 right back down to the 200-day easily. That was easy to predict. What an incredible day yesterday I have to brief you on. So I flew up to Lakeland, Florida, center of the state, kind of where all the lakes were. And I got to hang out with AJ Buckley and got to fly him in the fighter jet. Along with one of my buddies, L-39s, we went up and man, what a just incredible human being. Literally a brother from another mother. He's from where we're from in Ireland. We're trying to figure out if we are related. Same Buckley clan type of thing. But he is nicer than he seems to be in person. I mean, we spent the whole day together and one of the nicest guys I've ever met in my life. And we just had an absolute blast. Now, Scott was down in the Caymans, doing an air show down in the Caymans. I actually did a photo flight. That's what I did last week when we moved that one brief to the afternoon. I went out and did a photo flight that morning with Scott and his air show team going down to the Caymans. We might actually, I got a lot of stuff to talk about, we're in solo Amazon. I got a lot. December's my month to get ready for a new calendar year, but we might be joining forces, having our own air show team, a No Fallen Heroes Foundation team with Scott, and I don't know, we'll see. But anyway, I asked AJ to be on the No Fallen Heroes Foundation board, and he could not have been more honored. So I got him his merchandise. We had our AV guy up there, Joey, who, we filmed the flight. We shot some footage in front of the jet and him talking about veteran suicide and the foundation. So Joey's, editing all that stuff right now. So I'll get you some pictures from yesterday. So AJ Buckley, CBS SEAL team, Paramount SEAL team is on our board for the foundation. And he asked me what our goal for next year was. And I told him, and he's like, done. I'm like, oh, that was a lower number. He's like, I got it. He best friends with Gary Sinise. He's like, dude, Giving Tuesday, Gary raised $1 million on a Tuesday. He's like, I got you, and I got your foundation. He's like, if I can, as soon as I put up the bat signal that these folks can fly in a fighter jet, we will be saving veterans' lives like you read about. So it was a God moment yesterday. I had a blast. I flew 4 times because he came with another buddy. I took him flying too. He runs like a bunch of veteran stuff in Charleston, up in South Carolina, and he was just a great dude. I'm like, hey man, I'll tell you what, I threw him in the jet too. So incredible day. AJ opens up the door. He's a regular dude. He's like, dude, I'm a fucking actor. I am nothing, compared to you. Very self-effacing, but he's like, I will work tirelessly to help save veterans' lives for No Fallen Heroes. So it was awesome. It was really, really, really cool. So I'll get you we'll get the videos and the footage and everything from yesterday once it gets to me. So, okay. Hopefully everybody had a great weekend. Like I said, I did. I think it drops tomorrow, but we got Bart Part 2 tomorrow. I think they're dropping these on Tuesdays now. Yeah, so Bart Part 2 will drop tomorrow. So Bart and I had a great podcast. This one's even better than the first one. Bart's just an incredible human being, as you all know, and really excited for that podcast to drop. What else we got going on? Normal week. Nothing out of the ordinary. Ton of fundraisers this week. It's your standard Christmas parties and stuff like that. I think the website, the donation page is getting close. In a week or two, we're going to do a fundraiser for the foundation. Before the end of the year, we really need to get some donations towards the No Fallen Heroes Foundation so we can, head down to Costa Rica maybe in February, still in the planning phase of that stuff. But we got some folks that we're working on helping, and I'm really excited. 2023 is going to be an incredible year. It will be a bigger bear market, bigger shit show, bigger recession, and a bigger train wreck but we're going to be saving lives in the background, and we're going to be making money. Not that that's, yay. But you guys know, when I did the COVID crash and did really well, I threw that money over the fence into the foundation to save lives, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. My father, he always told me, Matthew, you don't take it with you, man. They don't put it in your casket like you're some pharaoh. You get rid of it, son. So that's exactly what I do. All right. Anything else? Let me see. December 14th. Hang on one second. Okay. Let's get airborne. All right. So Sledge is our foundation's director. He's going to have the website active by the end of the week, and we're going to do a fundraiser. Like I said, I need you guys to take some of your profits from this year and put it into the foundation. I'm also going to open up a call option. I'm going to give some lucky folks a call option to get a lifetime membership. So I'm working on that. I got that for action. All right, let's go. A little bit of a bounce off 40.25. That's interesting. Or it's not interesting. I mean, duh. That's what it does. So SPX, we'll see if it gets a strong bounce. I mean, this ain't rocket surgery, folks. What did I tell you to do this? Cut that and put it right here. It's doing the exact same thing through each moving average right here. Now, this was a little tighter in here because those moving averages were closer, but put this in your brain housing group so you learn this stuff. This isn't hard. When we went through the 200 on that stupid jobs, or yet last week, and then the jobs report on Friday, which we'll debrief, this isn't hard, right? It wasn't hard to get right around here. I put on, did everybody get your Tredge on? I added a Tredge that's doing really, really good, which we'll talk about when we get tactical, and then we'll get into Amazon. But everybody should have their Tredge on, man, and it's doing good. It's not hard, guys. And that's what we're here to do. Okay, quick brief, strategic level. Before I even get started, this literally is heartbreaking. This hurts me. This hurts. America, I've never in my life, hand to God, thought that I would see a headline like this, let alone in the Wall Street Journal. But it's not the Wall Street Journal. It's a report. Americans are losing trust in the military. For the first time, it went from, remember, you could always count like 74, 75%. Used car salesmen and congressmen were always the lowest in our country. Sometimes used car salesmen were a little higher than Congress. The United States military, 3/4 of this country, trust, and like it's been destroyed. Did you see this report last week? Unbelievable. The Reagan Institute, it does an annual survey. You ready for this, folks? 48%. As a man who spent 15 years, buried a lot of people whose children want to serve, and I don't want them to serve, I will support their service. That's down from 70%. I can't even, a 22% implosion in the confidence of the United States military. You can't even, ladies and gentlemen, you might not like it, but I'm going to tell you, because you don't see it in today's military or at the service academies. The mission objective of the United States military is to turn our enemies into hair, teeth, and eyeballs with horror. That sounds weird. That's the fucking job. If you look at the Naval Academy's mission, it's to create well-rounded people for the war. It's all bullshit. We are destroying the United States military. 62%. Military leadership becoming overly politicized. No. Because Democrats use the United States military as a petri dish. What they can't get past at the ballot box, or get elected on, they stuff down the military's throat because we have to salute and say, yes, ma'am, yes, sir, or yes, they, them, it. Unbelievables. Some 52% also had reduced confidence in the officer corps. Holy shit. An admiral suggested last year that to increase diversity, the Navy should consider looking at photos in promotion boards. That is, to make decisions explicitly based on race. You always had you had to go get your annual picture. Why? Because they wanted to see if you looked like a shitbag or not. Then the military got rid of pictures like, well, we don't want that type of thing. And then now they're back. Let's put the photos back in because I want to see their race. Did you see what happened last week in San Francisco? I laughed at this. I don't like laughing at somebody losing their job, but I laugh at this one. Some board of elections guy that's been there for 20 years, did 4 elections last year, above reproach. They fired him for being white. We need more diversity in that position. And they even said it like in his email, like, this ain't nothing about you. You're awesome, but we want somebody else because you're white. If I'm Xi Jinping or Vladimir Putin, I seriously sit in my daily briefing going, are we doing come on, guys, are anybody in here doing this? No, sir. They're doing it to themselves. Oh, that's fantastic. We're not spending money on this? No. We have one of our agents sleeping with Eric Swallowwell, who's got a top secret clearance and is on the Armed Services Committee. Get out of here. You won't believe this, sir. One of our agents drove Dianne Feinstein around for like 20 years and just listened to all the top secret shit. No way. Remember General Milley's speech to Congress last year? I want to understand white rage. What the fuck are you talking about? Do you teach CRT at the West Point? And then his bullshit, he lied under oath. I can't stand Milley. He's a murderer. He's a war criminal. If our enemy killed 7 children in a car looking for water, we'd be screaming war crime. When we do it a year later after an investigation, what do we say? Nobody was responsible. Okay. I thought you, in front of the world, called it a righteous strike. 48 hours later, the Pentagon denies this is a problem. But hey, ladies and gentlemen, it surely is if half of this country believes it. I learned this in the military. Perception is reality. The military relies on young Americans to sign up amid other many career opportunities. Fewer are doing so. Americans on the left have their own reasons for declining confidence in the military. 46% of people on the left said the military is full of right-wing extremists. You mean when General Milley, Secretary of Defense Milley, came in and said, our biggest mission objective isn't winning wars, it's finding out about this white rage in the military. They ripped apart 2.1 million service members and they found what? 100? And I think they rounded up so it's triple digits. This drop in confidence comes at an ominous moment. China. 75% of America believes that China is the enemy. That's up from 50. That's a 20% increase in 4 years, ladies and gentlemen. And 70% said they're going to invade Taiwan. Look at this, folks. This is good to find out what our failures are. It's not the rank and file or even the equipment. Ukraine has been one long advertisement for American weapon systems. Isn't that a disgusting statement from a congressman? Well, the best thing about the war in Ukraine, it's been a movie for us. As we look at a 15-year-old being buried last week, that horrific picture, the trench warfare we're looking at, it's great PR for the military, man. Yay, bang, bang, weapons of death. Americans want their military to focus on preventing or winning the next war, not on serving the latest political fashion. Ladies and gentlemen, this is screwed. Trump went in there. Of course, he went in there and he did great. His first meeting with the generals and the admirals, he's like, hey, you all suck. Win a war. How dare you do your job. Do your job. You got 3-4 stars. Oh, you got those stars under Obama? That's great. You got those stars lying to Congress saying everything's great in Afghanistan. We just need a little bit more money. We got these devils on the run, and we pull out in a weekend. This headline, I'm centered, I'm good, but I read the whole Reagan report, man. I printed it out. I have highlighters. This is awful, ladies and gentlemen. Why am I ranting about this? Because, folks, our weapons stockpiles have been depleted. Taiwan's like, dude, where's all the weapons we bought? Oh, they're kind of in Ukraine. Give us our money back. We'll go buy them from somebody else. Oh, shit. Our strategic oil reserve is empty. Our weapons are empty. Americans have lost trust in our military. Yay? Again, ladies and gentlemen, let's close this out with this. I don't care. I don't want my 2 sons to serve. You think I want my kids dying in Eastern Europe because of Joe Biden or Kamala Harris? Not going to happen. So with 75% of Americans saying that China is our enemy, our mortal enemy, it ain't Russia anymore. They look like a clown car in Ukraine. It's China. This scumbag, and I mean that, we're not taking a side on the Chinese protesters locked in their homes, being burnt to death, being sent to concentration camps. Oh, we can't. Whoa, hey, whoa. Do you remember what happened when Trump didn't take a side in Hong Kong? I ripped the guy apart. He's a coward. They're wearing MAGA hats, Trump. You should like that with your narcissist sociopath personality. Democrats at the time rightly criticized him, like, dude. But you always criticize the opposite, right? That's called hypocrisy. Because now Democrats are like, oh, we can't. China's China. Whoa, hey. Gross. Cowards. But GOP senators say that, why am I briefing this? We're talking about trading. What's this have to do with Amazon? Ladies and gentlemen, the Republican, McCarthy ain't my favorite, but he went to the White House the other day and sat with Biden, and he's like, it's over with. You had one party government for a little bit. Now I'm here. We are not pushing through the spending bill unless you repeal the vaccine mandate for the military. Boom. McCarthy, you need to put into that bill that all the service members who got booted need to be brought back with back pay. Not going to hold my breath. Did you see the White House? Well, we talked to Mr. Roberts, and we might, So I'm not going to drop anchor on this, but this is great. I can't wait. I think the House, the incoming House leadership has sent out like 17 notices to the heads of like the National Institute. This is coming. You think that January 6th commission was good theater? Wait until you see these. I can't wait to see Rand Paul destroy Fauci. I mean, he has in the past. So this is coming, man. I already talked about that last week. We talked about this last week. Get bullish on the defense contractors. Finland. Hey, man. All right. $850 million to Finland for rockets. Here we go. DC, we talked about this last week. I can close it. DC think tank urges America to invest $1 trillion into Ukraine's reconstruction. Do you know how many veterans' lives we could save with $1 trillion? Again, folks, love Ukraine fighting for its sovereignty itself. And here's some help. $1 trillion reconstruction plan. Wide open southern border, blue cities where you go on the subway, you're going to get pushed in front of the subway. We're fucking throwing money hand over fist on the other side of the planet. Insanity. Mike, I said the same thing. How come we're paying the bill? The dude's broke into your house, and I live on the other side of town, and I'm paying for your house to get rebuilt? I gave you a couple guns, man, to defend your home. How am I building your home? So anyway, Dave, that's the question, brother, isn't it? All right. Traders start taking notice as China ETF rebound gets extreme. FXI one-day pop, 105 million funds. We beat everybody into the FXI, didn't we? We were early, not early. We were rated. God's always right on time, baby. God's a good trader. FXI, man, nice, solid bounce. We are everybody in your bullish double vertical. I know we're on Amazon, but as part of my strategic brief that China, people are flowing into China right now. You got it, Mike. Good looking trade. Loving the FXI. It's a little bit of a burner trade if you put it on, if you wanted. Bull put spread and some upside calls. But this is, I mean, guys, let's open this up. I mean, seriously, at 21, we were at financial crisis lows. And when I told you, I think I said get long back here, and it gave a little bit up, but who cares? We're going to see it on the way up, man. If you get in here at 25 or whenever that was, you could potentially double your money. When? I don't know, but they're coming, folks. They're not coming. They're always there. They might get knocked down a little bit, and Xi Jinping might, get bullish on it, is what I'm saying. And people are really waking up to the FXI after we were already in there. Okay. How about the jobs number? Well, let's knock out oil. We'll talk more oil tomorrow with COP. Oil prices rise after the Russia cap kicks in. Yeah. The sanctions aim to crimp Russia's oil income while preventing a surge in energy prices. That's not going to happen. That sub-headline, you're hearing it. You probably read that headline with me and probably thought it before me. That's not going to happen. Energy prices are absolutely going to surge, so that's why we're in it. So last week was insane, man. We traded the Fed, sniper shots. This was insanity last week. If you were a hawk, you heard hawk. If you were a dove, you heard pivot, dove, rally on. It was a massive porridge speech, but my grade is dove. That was dovish. And then what happened after the dove speech? The Friday jobs number was insane. I really didn't have time to process yet the insanity of what happened on Friday. So, because I'm still digesting this. Like I said, yesterday, flew 4 times. I came home at 7 o'clock. I woke up, I think at 11 on the couch, like, where am I and what am I alive? I haven't flown 4 times in one day in a long time at this advanced age. But this morning, after my yoga, I'm trying to sit here because I missed my call because I wanted to really, let's talk through it. I'm a little lost right now because I'm the guy that says, hey, when Jerome speaks this week, he's going to know the jobs. He knows the jobs number on Friday. Jerome Powell doesn't sit in the Fed office like trading places, like waiting for the orange crop report going, I wonder what the jobs number will be today. He knew it. So him knowing that Friday's number was going to be awesome good, he still spoke there was hawkish stuff in there, guys. Don't get me wrong. If you looked at the words, there's a bunch of hawk in there. But what's the market always do? It gloms on to the good. So this is why this pullback is going on, folks, because maybe I'm not lost. Maybe I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be, which is that was an awful jobs report for inflation and everything he's trying to do. So I'm a little confused, but I guess I'm not, because I think the initial knee-jerk reaction was that, but this is maybe as it's digesting, the market's starting to wake up like, wait a minute. That was not a good. It was a good jobs number. It was a bad jobs number, right? We're in bizarro market. I don't need to explain that to you guys. It's good to go. But yeah, something. If you dug, it's really interesting, man. A superficial take of I love the first sentence. This is why I'm sitting here confused. A superficial take of today's jobs report would note that both jobs and earnings, I forgot about earnings, blew past expectations, flying in the face. Turn off web, slow network connection. Let me turn off my webcam. You guys don't need to see me anyway. Blew past expectations, flying in the face of Fed rate hikes. And while that's accurate at the headline level, it couldn't be further from the truth if you dig into it. So there was some ugliness, actually. If you do, let me give this to you because I want to get into Amazon, but it's really interesting because there's again though, if it was a little porridge, I'm not going to. You got to read this, guys, but just know this is why I'm a little confused. And I think it wasn't as blowout as expected. So that's why Jerome could be a little bit dovish, right? So I think first of all, this is technical. Up through a moving average, down to it. Rip up to the next one, down to it. Rip up to the next one, down to it. This, unlike the last time, obviously, we kissed the 200 and imploded. This time, we hit it with airspeed, and now we're definitely hanging to do a little bit of chop. So it's not often. Usually when something like this happens, when I sit here, with a question mark on top of my head, something's off. Something doesn't make sense. Now I get it. If the market reacted that way, you're wrong, not the market, Wiz. No. It's coming. We're waking up a little bit here. This was early last week, but we can close it out. Fed's favorite inflation signal dips a little bit, but we're at 40-year highs. So again, only in this country can we be celebrating inflation still being at 8%, but not 8.4%. I get it. It's trending in the right direction, but we're still like burning to death here. PMIs today, nothing to really write home about. Nothing on Tuesday. Crude oil on Wednesday, Thursday, nothing really. Friday's we got Fed inflation numbers, right? PPI. The PCE is their big one, but they look at PPI as well. Anything inflation they're looking at, obviously. And then University of Michigan consumer sentiment numbers. Okay. All right. Amazon. We're having a blast, folks. I mean, Amazon, we are printing money in Amazon. Not the synthetic stock, but who cares? That's out 2 years from now. I'm talking about our bear. This is like candy from a baby. Didn't we have a pop yesterday or last week too? 96, 97. I'm loving our bear call spreads. We've been doing some good work because even that, how many times in these live trade briefs on a Monday do we put a bearish Amazon trade on, and Tuesday, Wednesday, people freak the hell out, and by Friday they're like, son of a bitch, Wiz, needed to stick with it. Everybody, hang on. Hold on. How about now? Hello. Can you guys hear me? All right. Guys, again, I don't touch anything. It's go to training. So, and it seems like these things are 10-second breaks. So next time it happens, we'll just wait 10 seconds and I'll have a sip of my coffee. So We are absolutely, Catherine, I'm in a contract. I already looked into it. Not without paying a big penalty. So I'll deal with the 10 to 15-second delays until our contract's up. So we're not getting no Santa Claus rally, folks. It is just not going to happen. Amazon. Let's take a look at Amazon on the big screen here. Ain't no Santa Claus rally. This is another year of, did anybody see any? Again, I do this for a living, folks. I have to search for it. Has anybody seen any Amazon numbers from Black Friday? Has anybody seen or heard Cyber Monday? If you have, send it to me, because I mean, I've looked, obviously, guys. Soft. Usually, I've been doing this for decades. Usually, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, there's news releases. Amazon announces the most money made ever on the planet. Nothing. It is as quiet as a church mouse about how the retailers did. The news was kind of Walmart beat Amazon a little bit. I'm like, huh. That's not a good looking chart. That's some sort of like bearish pennant here. Well, even a mini one down here. This is not, obviously, folks, in solo Amazon, the short calls were printing money. The bear call spreads were printing money. I think in the past 3 months, I've had like one miss on Amazon. This is fantastic. I'm having a blast. So let's keep the love alive. Because ain't no Santa Claus rally, in my opinion. We go lower. But I love this right now, folks. I think we did this last week with solo Amazon as well. I'm like, maybe we can start, because this is good. This is good what territory? This is good iron condor territory, isn't it? All right. So maybe I'm going to blow your mind. Get ready, because today I ain't leading with, you ready for this? Bear call spread. I'm actually going to lead with a bull put spread. I'm not super bullish, but I'm not bearish on Amazon. Well, picture's worth 1,000 words. I'm neutral. We got some neutral. We might get a lift off. I might be completely wrong, guys and gals. Breaking news, Amazon printed money and Merry Christmas. Happy Kwanzaa, winter solstice, rip your face off rally. So in case I don't see an implosion, I think the market's kind of doing the whole, you know what? It wasn't great, but they didn't go out of business, so we're hanging. So doing a bull put spread first allows us a little bit of upside. And then if it ain't, maybe this week we do leg into the iron condor, right? So, all right, let's go take a look at the, we can sell calls today as part of our synthetic, but this is definitely bull put spread time, and maybe even legging into an iron condor this week. December 9th. I can't believe we're in December, man. So maybe the 90 strike, 91 strike for a bull put spread. 91 would be a little bit more aggressive. Bob, I didn't see that. That is not reflected. The stock did not move on that. That's interesting. Yeah, that's really interesting. I did not see that one. All right, so let's talk. The 91 strike would be a little aggressive. The 90 would be a little bit more conservative for a bull put spread. But the more conservative you go, the less you'll potentially make. The more aggressive you go, the more you will make, right? This is an options market. You don't get paid not for taking risk. You get paid for taking risk. So I like this one because we do kind of have some support down there around 90, 91, right? This range, there's 91. Obviously, there's 90. So, every time, knock on wood, that we've hit 91 in the past, 3-4 weeks, we've had a nice solid bounce. Nice bounce run, really big bounce run, but that was obviously, was that the Black Friday? Maybe, I don't know. Whatever. Bull put spread. Let's go through it because I want to keep this on time. I have so much shit to do, and it's great stuff. Sell 75 of Friday's 91 puts, and it's already running away from me. Damn it. Buy the 75s, the 91-90 bull put spread. I was trying to get 27. You guys are beating me to it. Double the credit you take in, right? 54 cents you would maybe eject out of this trade. Okay, maybe eject at 54 cents, right? Metrics, risking 55 to make 2. 69% probability using at the money volatility in these options as I'm speaking to you of making $2,000 this week. That is based, let me grab screenshots, that is based on 75 contracts. Don't want to risk $5,000, you don't do 75 contracts. Want to risk $10,000, you do 150 contracts. I'm not telling you what to do. I can't tell you what to do. Read the disclaimer. You are eavesdropping on what I'm doing in the Solo Amazon model portfolio. I'd go about 2 cents wide, 27 cents plus or minus 2, up to 29, down to 25. That's the range on this trade that I'd be looking to get filled at. If it's outside of that range, that means Amazon's either moving up or down, and I might want to maneuver my strikes up or down. I wouldn't doubt it, Ken. I've gone from Ken Griffin type of guys looking up to them and like, wow, smart money, to them looking at us, the retail trader. Isn't that fun? We, the students, have become the masters. When Ken Griffin and Stevie Cohen are buying Robinhood to see our order flow, ain't a new concept though, folks. Exactly. This used to be funny. All right. Drop this over in the hunters. But on a down, since it's down right now, you could wait to see if Amazon, wakes up a little bit, or maybe you go out a week to sell some upside calls. You don't have to sell front month weeklies. Remember, folks, I was in the board of trade. I was in the SIBO when weekly options came out. Me, old whiz, traded monthly options. You'd sell, calls a month out against your long. So, if we think that Amazon might stay in this range here, maybe look at the 95s out to next Friday. But I'm warning you, folks, and, you sell 5 out to next Friday. I'm warning you right now that what? Even though I don't feel it, we might get a little bit of a yay, ho, ho, ho. So, not that I have to remind all of you all because you're smart, because you're in Solo Amazon, but you treat these short calls the same way you would treat a bear call spread, right? Let's sell 5 of next Friday's 95 calls, and we're going to bring in $1,000. But 7, 8, 9, if we're looking at a 70, 80, or 90% profit on that $1,000 that we take in, close them. Okay? Take profits just like a bear call spread. Also, eject. Just double the credit you take in, 210, 420, Elon Musk, stock price for Twitter. Maybe eject at 420 because that means Amazon's on a tear and your short calls are getting blown out, okay? Sledge told us last week, hey, he woke up. So Sledge probably cleaned up last week when he got assigned. I think Sledge, you said 300 shares. Sledge got assigned like 300 shares to short Amazon. And as the week went on, if Sledge held those, the dude ended up printing money. Amazon short calls, 12.5. 12.5. All right, so preview. Hang on. Camtasia's opening for some reason. Get out of the way, Camtasia. Wall Street turns bullish on China reopening hopes. I love it. FXI is where you want to be. There's other Chinese ETFs. Go look at them if you want. I'm just comfortable with FX. We used to move, and again, I need to get back into this, but back in the day when we first started the Max Afterburner group, we had like 22, the people that answered, we had like 22 to 25 million under management. And we only had like 50 to 75 people in here. I can't even imagine how much capital. We got 200 lifetime members in here right now. If we all decided one morning we're going to move around EWZ or FXI or any small name, we can do that with the psychedelic names. We were going to do that one week, and I forget what happened. But we could be doing some. Maybe we do like turn this into a hedge fund someday. We'll see. A lot of good stuff going on. All right, so short calls. We got a bull put spread on, which we haven't done in a while on Amazon. But again, we're doing what? I'm a little bit of a card counter. I needed to see Amazon for the past couple weeks, and that looks pretty good. We had some buffoonery back here, and then the buffoonery's kind of leveled out. And then this ain't going to happen forever. It's Amazon. You're not going to see Iron Condor perfect channeling, because guess what's going to happen? Something's going to happen. It's going to break out. End of year tax selling, Santa Claus rally, war in Ukraine, Jesus on Christmas comes back and fixes this place. Whatever it is, Iron Condors don't go on forever. Or if they do, you're not making money on them, right? Remember years ago, like GE, you can trade Iron Condors, folks. You can on names that are boring, but there's no premium in them. Because the options market knows. They're like, dude, we ain't going to pay you any premium for something that ain't moving. So it's a double-edged sword. If Amazon stays in a channel for a while, it's going to get boring, but it won't. Sniper shot on SPX, maybe down there at 40.25 if you're up for it. We do some great sniper work in our hunters and our lifetime group. 40.25. Nice pivot point this morning. Twice. I was watching that second one right here. We should have fired that, but we'll see. All right. Any questions, concerns? Oh, by the way, smart remarks. Anybody else? If you're not in the Lifetime group or the Max Afterburner, make sure you throw any questions or concerns in the ready room. Right? I get an email. I think Goose gets an email, and so does Bart. If somebody posts in the ready room. So if we call it kind of the blue collar group over there until you're ready to step it up in the Lifetime or the hunters, and we should be good to go. All right, folks, good stuff. We'll keep it right on time here. Filled on the bull put spread. How about the short calls? Filled. There we go. Filled on both those, and we are good to go. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Coleman, I'll end on Coleman's question. I'll say again my 2023 outlook. Bigger train wreck, bigger shit show, bigger bear market, and bigger recession. That is my outlook. Now Jerome's going to keep doing his best to land this plane safely. I don't think that's going to happen. We've already crashed, but I mean, he's still sitting up in the cockpit in the smoldering wreckage, making airplane engine noises. But doesn't matter what he does or what the market does, we're going to potentially make money off of it, right? I'd prefer us not have a deeper recession or bigger bear market, but I'm ready for it. And then, we'll do a 2023 brief in a couple of weeks. I'm still getting my mind right because I'm still talking to people, still doing all my intel gathering. But in 2023, Coleman, as you know, you're an aviator. You saw combat in Vietnam. Either we're going to have peace in Ukraine, something's going to give, like, yay, let's get in a room and Rodney King, can't we all get along? Or it'll be a horror. The winter will be a horror. People will be starving, dying, freezing. and something bad. It's either going to be good next year overseas or a horror. It's not gonna. We're not gonna be where we are right now. This indecision. So it's you know me, man. I'm praying for peace. I think it's bullshit that the guy invaded that country. I think it's everything they need to be held to account. But can we kind of take a break from creating more veterans on the other side of the planet? These poor Ukrainian moms, poor Russian moms, who probably hate this. No, come on. So it's going to get worse, guys. All right, I got to get going, fellas. Big day. Have a great rest of your day. Happy hunting. Make sure you hedge. God bless. Fights on, and namaste. I'll go ahead and text this out right now and send out an email, and I'll get the replay posted in about 30 minutes. God bless, folks. I'll see you tomorrow.